Right, what I have before me is arguably two of the most popular books in the history of mankind, and that is the King James Version Bible. This is the 1611 authorized version, and then beside me I have the Art of War. This would be equivalent to the Quran. I'm not encouraging anyone to go out and buy the Quran, but I'm just saying if you had those three books, you can pretty much get a snapshot of what the world is up to. So this book I would highly encourage because because the Chinese are an influence over much of the world, it's probably not a bad idea to understand their culture. So inside this book is the Art of War, the Tao Te Ching, which is basically Taoism, Confucian, analytics, the Great Learning, the Doctrines of the Mean, the works of Menzi, I believe that's how that's pronounced. And if you understand this, you understand the Chinese culture. To be a Chinese person, you needed to understand these four revolutionary thinkers for the Chinese culture. And the reason why we have this in English is probably thanks to the Mongols, because when they were conquering all of China and including a lot of Europe, they created a way to have commerce with the European countries. And then a lot of Jesuits actually tried to win over Genghis Khan and convert them to Christianity and all this kind of stuff, but they didn't understand the Chinese culture, so it didn't work very successfully. So a few of the Jesuits decided to try and understand the culture, and eventually were able, not just the Jesuits, but philosophers, scholars were able to actually translate much of the ancient Chinese culture into English. And in fact, the word Confucius comes from the Latin language, which is kind of interesting. And this is a Romanized book. I think there's a different version of this that has been accepted, but this would be more Romanized, if you will. Very similar to the style of this book. This was written in the 1600s. So anyways, I've read The Art of War. I haven't read the other Eastern philosophy classics, but I would highly encourage this book if you're interested in a classic. So it's kind of cool because it's also got a gold trim, very similar to the Bible. It's got ribbons. This book has ribbons as well. It looks nice on your bookshelf. I'm not encouraging anyone to replace their reading with the Holy Bible, but I read a lot, so it's just kind of interesting to understand how other cultures think. So anyways, a little bit of a different video. If you got something out of this, feel free to comment. Let me know if you've read The Art of War. And as always, don't forget to subscribe because we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Bye for now.